Maybe everything has always been permitted. I have been teaching social studies for over a decade, and certain patterns are obvious. Whether it's my 6th grade ancient history curriculum, 7th grade medieval to modern world curriculum, or 8th grade United States curriculum, it is obvious that those with power have always done what they wanted, regardless of how the people felt about it. Did they sometimes get held to account for those actions? Sure, but more often than not, they either got away with it, or the same atrocities were simply committed again later on by someone else. The mass starvation of a city under siege, bombing of schools and hospitals, the indifference of great powers, and the criminalization of dissent are not innovations of the 21st century. They're returns to patterns that have long defined history. I would actually argue that they aren't even a return, these things never left. The difference now is that they're far more visible. Cameras are everywhere. Satellite images update in real time. Live streams from bomb shelters trend on TikTok. Whistleblowers and journalists expose what used to be buried in footnotes or declassified decades later. The violence is always there, but now it's in our feed. And yet, the reaction is not what we hoped. Many of us living in the liberal democracy of the West believed visibility would bring justice, seeing suffering would stir conscience, and witnessing would force action. Instead, we've learned a hard lesson. Proximity to pain doesn't produce empathy. It can produce numbness. Worse, sometimes it creates followers sympathetic to the committing of atrocities, people who aren't just apathetic towards injustice, but want to perpetuate or even perpetrate it. This should force us to reconsider the myth that we had evolved past allowing and committing atrocities, that the post-war world, with its treaties and tribunals and slogans like "never again," had truly turned the page of the barbarism of the past. What if it hadn't? Genocide didn't end after the Holocaust. It reemerged in Rwanda and Bosnia and Myanmar and now elsewhere. Colonial violence didn't dissolve in 1945. It adapted. Policing didn't become just or less prejudiced. It became more PR conscious. Imperialism didn't die. It was rebranded as interventionism and humanitarianism. Slavery became trafficking. We convinced ourselves that brutality had become taboo, when in reality, it had simply become less visible to those with the privilege to look away. Now that veil is lifting, not because of political progress, but because of technology. And what we're seeing isn't a shocking departure from the past, it's a continuity, a pattern, a system that never stopped permitting the unthinkable. It just changed the lighting a little bit. That's the real danger. Not that we're entering a new normal, but that we are once again entering a phase where the old one is normal again. Now with better screens, faster broadband, and algorithms designed to make people sympathetic towards the oppressors, not the oppressed. So when I say everything is permitted, I'm not warning of a coming storm.